So I was working late last night, and I had my laptop actually on my lap, and it got so incredibly hot I had to put it on the table. It really got me thinking about what we're covering today. We always think it's just like electrical resistance, right?
Mhm.
Electrons bumping into stuff. But the papers we're digging into point to something way more fundamental.
It's so much deeper than just, messy wiring.
Hmm.
We're talking about the thermodynamic cost of information itself.
Right. Landauer's principle. Rolf Landauer figured this out at IBM, what, back in the 60s?
That's him. He proved that the physical act of erasing information, that's what generates the heat.
A specific amount of heat, too. Erasing one single bit costs a fixed amount of thermodynamic entropy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. When you reset a bit from either a 1 or a 0 back to a blank state, you're destroying its history.
You're losing information.
You're losing information, and that means you're reducing the entropy inside the computer, so you have to increase the entropy of the universe outside of it. And that's heat.
Which, okay, that implies that to stop making heat, we have to stop deleting things, which leads to this whole idea of reversible computing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the part that got me, because normal computer logic seems totally destructive.
It is.
Like, if I use a standard XOR gate and the output is 0, I have no clue if the inputs were both zeros or both ones. The history is
Right.
just gone.
That's the one-way street problem. You can't rebuild the input from the output. To fix that, we need different tools like a Toffoli gate.
And that's designed to be a one-to-one map, right? So
Yeah.
if you have the output, you can always figure out the input.
Precisely. But there's a trade-off. You need extra space.
The helper bits, or ancilla bits, as the sources call them.
Yeah, think of them as a mandatory scratch pad. You have to write down all your intermediate steps to keep the whole process reversible.
But then, doesn't that just kick the can down the road? Your scratch pad fills up with all this garbage data you don't need anymore.
It does.
And if you just wipe the scratch pad, boom, Landauer's principle kicks in, and you're making heat again. You're right back where you started.
That was the puzzle. And that's where Charles Bennett's big idea in '73 completely changed the game. He called it Uncomputation.
It's such a brilliant, elegant solution. So he laid out this 3-step process. Step 1, you compute normally, and your ancilla bits fill up with all the history.
Yep. Then step 2, you copy your final answer, the part you actually want, to a safe place.
And step 3 is the magic. You run the entire computation in reverse.
You literally feed the outputs back into the reversible gates, and the machine just undoes everything it just did step by step.
It's like untying all the logical knots. So by the time you're done, the ancilla bits are perfectly reset to their original state.
The analogy I love is walking into a field of fresh snow. You walk in to deliver a package, that's your result.
Right, but if you just turned around and walked away, you'd leave footprints. You'd leave a trace.
Instead, you perfectly retrace your own steps backwards, right out of the field. No trace left. The field is pristine. No entropy increase.
You're recycling the computation itself to save energy. And, speaking of optimizing complex workflows, that actually connects really well to our partner for this deep dive, EmberSilk.
Oh, it really does. If you're looking to streamline your own operations, EmberSilk is doing some amazing work with AI training and automation.
They help you figure out where autonomous agents can actually make a difference for your business or even your personal life. You can check them out at embersilk.com. So after this, the sources take a huge turn. We go from, saving your phone's battery life to saving the quantum state itself.
And this is where the stakes get so much higher. In a normal computer, garbage data is just clutter. In quantum computing, garbage data is fatal.
The implicit measurement problem. So if these ancilla bits are holding garbage that's still entangled with your main quantum data.
The universe treats it as a measurement.
Whoa, and measurement collapses the wave function. It just destroys the quantum interference you need for the algorithm to even work.
Exactly. So in the quantum world, uncomputation isn't just about managing heat. It's about cleaning up the entanglement. You're hiding your tracks from the universe itself.
It's just wild that the solution to a thermodynamic problem from the 60s is also the key to making quantum computers stable.
And it's not just theory anymore. This is becoming hardware.
I saw that. Their computing is prototyping reversible chips right now. They're aiming for a prototype in 2025.
2025, with a planned release around 2027. It's happening.
That's incredibly close. I mean, we are really moving towards a world where computers could literally recycle their own energy, operating way below that old Landauer limit.
It's a huge shift. From consumption to conservation, right down at the atomic level. It's a very, very optimistic future for computing.
It really is. A cooler laptop and a smarter universe. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out.
Thanks for tuning into the wonders of the universe.
We'll catch you next time.